Happy Monday, everybody. My name is Brandon Rose, and welcome to episode 281 of the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. Every Monday, this podcast covers new game releases, the previous week's gaming news, and we all learn an Xbox-related fun fact together. This show is on YouTube and podcast services around the world, so please subscribe in your favorite and leave a review. Xboxin10.com, no numbers, is your quick source for links to all of our podcast destinations and social media profiles, which you can follow at Xboxin10. To start, let's talk game releases. The big game out last week was NHL 25, as well as the expansion Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred. The games coming out this week include Arrow 2, Drove a Forsaken Kin, New World Eternum, Neva, Nico Dorico, The Magical World, Squirrel with a Gun, 8-Bit Adventures 2, Beyond Border, Escape from the Dungeon, Purpose 1951, Quartz Caverns, A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead, Arsene Lupin Once a Thief, Dreadhaunt, Killing Time Resurrected, Metroland, MechWarrior 5 Clans, Tinkertown, Airy Midnight Hour, Galactic Loader, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Stunt Mayhem, My Bakery Empire, Retro Realms Halloween, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants Unleashed, Together We Live, UDO Unidentified Drilling Object, and Unknown 9 Awakening. Now it's last week's biggest news stories, and we have 4 to cover this week. Number 1, future Halo games moving to Unreal Engine 5 as 343 Industries rebrands. Multiple projects in development. Kat Bailey at IGN writes, the future of Halo is starting to come into focus. During Sunday's Halo World Championships, 343 Industries made a number of announcements, including that it will be officially changing its name to Halo Studios, and that it's working on multiple new games. In addition, the newly rebranded studio said that all future projects will be developed on Unreal Engine, leaving behind the Slipspace engine utilized by Halo Infinite. The announcements were unveiled in a 7-minute video shown ahead of the Halo World Championships Grand Finals, which showcased the results of Project Foundry, an experimental project designed to show a Halo game built using the Unreal Engine. While it's not much more than a tech demo, it offers a glimpse at a fresh beginning for Xbox's flagship franchise in the wake of 2021's Halo Infinite. It's a huge shift for the Halo series, not the least because of the resources poured into the Slipspace engine over the course of its development. The studio formerly known as 343 Industries notoriously struggled with the Slipspace engine during Halo Infinite's development, in part because it used tools dating back to the early 2000s. Still, it was expected to serve as the foundation for the series after Halo Infinite. Quote, respectfully, some components of Slipspace are almost 25 years old, end quote, art director Chris Matthews said in an interview with Xbox Wire. Quote, although 343 were developing it continuously, there are aspects of Unreal that Epic has been developing for some time which are unavailable to us in Slipspace, and would have taken huge amounts of time and resources to try and replicate, end quote. An early 2023 report suggests that Halo developers were ready to hit the reset button on the series after a heavy shakeup with the studio, including transitioning to the Unreal Engine. The report also said that Halo developers were focusing on pitching new Halo games while prototyping ideas. Project Foundry appears to be the culmination of that effort. The newly rebranded Halo Studios, for its part, is seeking to forge ahead under the leadership of Pierre Heinz and Elizabeth Van Wyck, with the studio now working on multiple new games. The 3 stepped into top roles at the studio in the wake of studio GM Bonnie Ross's departure in 2022, with series veteran Joseph Staten leaving Xbox in 2023. The new name and engine follows Xbox saying earlier this year that it's, quote, full speed ahead, end quote, on a next-generation successor to the Series X and S. Quote, we had a disproportionate focus on trying to create the conditions to be successful in servicing Halo Infinite, end quote, says Heinz. Quote, but switching to Unreal allows us to put all the focus on making multiple new experiences at the highest quality possible, end quote. The projects will be, quote, ready when they are ready, end quote, Halo Studios says. The Megaton drop last week that unfortunately I was not able to get into last week's episode as they dropped this news very late Sunday night, apologies. But Halo Studios, I mean, again, they are saying all the right things, but should we trust what they are saying? I get it's new leadership. I do appreciate the rebrand. It is telling everybody that, hey, we are truly moving in a new direction. For me personally, I would fully expect them to be remaking the original Halo Combat Evolved to get their sea legs wet in Unreal Engine 5, and for that, I'm really excited. What they really now need to do is not do the screw up that they did with Halo Infinite and actually launch Halo Combat Evolved Remake with the next generation Xbox. And if some news leaks are to be expected, we should expect that console in 2 years. Can they get this game out in that time? I guess we will see. And then the bigger question is, where do they go after that? Personally, I would like to see them probably remake Halo 1, 2, and 3 in Unreal Engine 5, then scrap everything they did with 4, 5, and Infinite and start anew with a new Halo 4, or just remake Halo Combat Evolved, get everyone back in, and then just go do something completely different, leave Chief behind, and have a new story in the Halo world. Number 2, Xbox Cloud Gaming will let you stream your own games in November. Tom Warren at The Verge writes, Microsoft is planning to support the streaming of Xbox game libraries next month. Sources familiar with Microsoft's plans tell The Verge that the company is getting ready to test the ability to stream games that you own that aren't part of the existing Xbox Game Pass library. As part of a long-running project known as Project Lapland inside of Microsoft, the software giant has been readying its Xbox Cloud Gaming servers to be able to support streaming thousands of games. I'm told Microsoft will first test its new Xbox Cloud Gaming streaming capabilities with Xbox insiders in November before expanding them to more Xbox users and more games. The Xbox Cloud Gaming expansion comes in the same month Microsoft plans to enable game purchases in its Xbox mobile app for Android in the US. Microsoft is able to do this thanks to a court ruling earlier this week that forces Google to stop requiring Google Play billings for apps in the Play Store on November 1st. Xbox President Sarah Bond revealed yesterday that, quote, starting in November, players will be able to play and purchase Xbox games directly from the Xbox app on Android, end quote. Once Microsoft's work to enable a full game library on Xbox Cloud Gaming is complete, you'll be able to purchase an Xbox game on Android and immediately stream it to your device. Project xCloud was supposed to launch with game library streaming in 2020. Microsoft then announced it would support your game library on Xbox Cloud Gaming in 2022, but it never launched that year. I understand the work has been complicated by having to prepare key infrastructure for thousands of games, instead of the hundreds that currently exist in Xbox Game Pass. While thousands of games will soon be available through Xbox Cloud Gaming, I'm told some publishers will hold certain games back due to licensing requirements or deals. Microsoft is also working on a browser-based Xbox mobile store that it was originally planning to launch in July. The store will initially include deals and in-game items, but will soon grow to cover first-party games eventually. Microsoft said in August that testing had begun on the web-based mobile store, and that work is progressing well, and we will have more news to share in the future. The promise of Project xCloud back in 2020 is seemingly going to be finally fulfilled this year in 2024. This is exciting, although I won't really be utilizing this all too much. Currently, I do a lot of remote play on my Logitech G Cloud, and that experience is very nice to be able to play on the couch, in bed, streaming the games while I watch football. And number 3, Alien Isolation 2 confirmed. Wesley Inpool at IGN writes, on the 10-year anniversary of Alien Isolation's release, developer Creative Assembly has confirmed that a sequel is in development. In a statement marking the survival horror classic's 10th birthday, creative director Al Hope said that the development team would share more details when we're ready. Hope returns to lead development on the sequel, having done so on the first game. In a statement published on X, Hope said, quote, on the 10th anniversary, it seems only fitting to let you know that we have heard your distress calls loud and clear. Today, I'm delighted to confirm on behalf of the team that a sequel to Alien Isolation is in an early development. We look forward to sharing more details when we are ready, end quote. Creative Assembly didn't confirm a title for the game, a release window, or target launch platforms. Given the sequel is in early development, it will probably be some time before we find out what to expect or get our first look. For now, though, there's genuine excitement from Alien Isolation fans, many of whom have called on Creative Assembly and owner Sega to greenlight a sequel ever since the first game came out. But its existence doesn't come as something of a surprise. Alien Isolation sold 1 million copies within 3 months going on sale, and 2.11 million after 6 months, which was not enough for Sega to have considered it a commercial success. This is another cult classic, and a game that I have to get back to. I love horror games, I love Resident Evil, and unfortunately, I have actually never seen an Alien movie. I do want to correct that this year, and maybe this will be finally the time I do play Alien Isolation. As always, we end our show with a fun fact about Xbox. So, what are the current top 10 rated games of the year, and how do they compare to 2023? Let's go back before we go forward. So this was the top 10 list for 2023 according to Metacritic. Baldur's Gate 3, 99. The Witcher 3 Complete Edition, 94. Diablo 4, 91. Resident Evil 4 Remake, 91. Alan Wake 2, 90. Street Fighter 6, 90. Dead Space, 89. Cocoon, 89. Persona 4 Golden, 89. And number 10, Sea of Stars, 89. And now 2024. Number 1, Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, 95. Metaphor ReFantazio, 92. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, 92. Shin Megami Tensei 5, 92. Tekken 8, 89. Destiny 2 The Final Shape, 89. Neon White, 88. Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, 87. Unicorn Overlord, 87. And number 10, Botany Matter, 87. So what do these lists tell me? Well, it's been an excellent year for video games, as was last year. But notice something about these lists: not any Xbox first-party representation, except if you now include Activision Blizzard going back to last year with Diablo 4. However, we still have games like Stalker 2, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 that could certainly end up on the list. Thank you all for listening to the Xbox in 10 podcast, your weekly source of Xbox gaming news covered in around 10 minutes. If you like the show, please subscribe on your favorite podcast service, share with your friends, leave a review, and follow on all social media at Xbox in 10. This past week, I played a little bit more of Marvel's Midnight Suns, still enjoying it, and I've nearly fully complete a replay of Resident Evil 2, but back on the N64 through means. And that was the first game that really got me into Resident Evil. I still love that game. It's a cult classic to me, a personal favorite, and easily a top 3 game of all time. Is it justified? I don't really think so, but I don't care. I love it. My name is Brian Rose. You can follow me on Xbox or Brosen83. Hope you have a great week. Stay safe and keep on gaming.